That's the first thing we look at. That's the first highlight of what is in that first 45. She may not have scored a goal, but she's been involved in all things good for Kenya. There you go, Gladys, talking about her. She has been the bright spark. I mean,
like in that particular pass, she beat 3 defenders to just find space into it. And then there you go, 1, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and then shoots, just making sure that she makes the keeper alert and tells her, you know what, I can do this. Terry Gesha has 17 goals to her name last season. She's a woman who knows how to find that ball behind the net. And look at that play between her and Marcelino Nyango. Very beautiful piece of football there. Unfortunately, it just didn't go her way.
Yes, she's been very, very lively, and I think Kenya needed someone to be able to do that because like Ellie said earlier, it's all about Gentrix. Gentrix seems to set the tone of the team, but it's good to have a different option and to say, you know what, Gentrix can do this, but so can Engesha, and I think she's shown her maturity in the game. Like, she's really kept trying to make things happen, and at times you just need someone to keep the momentum. Just keep the momentum. Keep trying and trying. And
that's what her and Violet Wanyonyi have actually done.
But I'm not happy with the way she's playing in the box. That's the most unfortunate bit of it. Outside the box, she has been phenomenal, tremendous. But now, especially in that particular play, she just needed just to tap the ball. Just tap the ball.
Isn't really just the defender? Doesn't the defender quite possibly put in?
This is the first one. This is the first one. There's another one also.
There you go. I think the defender does
the defender did
job.
touch the ball. We have to give credit to the defender.
Okay, let's give it to her this time around. But there's another chance that she had. She only needed to pass the ball, and that's the thing about Terry.
Yes.
She's not passing the ball at the right time. Yes, you're doing your everything good outside the box.
You're
but
trying
now,
and trying.
when we need you to give us that final pass, you're not giving us. You're not giving it to Gentrix, because there are few moments where Gentrix was free, and had she given Gentrix, we would be talking about 2-0, 3-0 maybe.
Ellie, speaking of Gentrix, let's look at that goal, because I tell you what, persistence. I think that's the key takeout from that goal, because, guys, here is the ball. Kenya moving on the attack. Like I said, it's been all power play. We try to go forward as quickly as possible. Ball spread out wide right, and then the shot cross comes in. The keeper makes a meal of it. But look at that for persistence, Gladys.
Now, interestingly, that shot, that pass was a build-up from Terry to Wanyonyi. Wanyonyi crosses the ball in. And look at the 2 players that are there. It was either Maureen or Gentrix. It was going to be either or. And we did talk about Maureen in dead ball situations. But then the goalkeeper just spilling it out there. And, you know, you don't want to spill such balls when the likes of Maureen and Gentrix are there. And what a gem she has been. Not the best of goals, but does it really matter? As long as it's behind the net, we can speak about the quality of the ball later.
For me, it's the persistence. Like, I am going to get this over the line no matter what.
Yes.
And VIHIGA have been gung-ho from the first minute till the last minute of the 45 of the first half. And that play there is an example of how they've been in each and every facet of the game around the pitch. They have been persistent, consistent, getting on their faces. Yo, we are here. We're going to give you the fight. They're taking the fight.
I know in Swahili we call it kufika. Like, you're just there. As soon as you're there. I mean, it's local balance for you just being able to press and to constantly be fast on the ball. I almost feel as if they've looked hungrier. They've looked hungrier. VIHIGA have just looked the hungrier, the more they have got more desire. And of course, like you said, if Gentrix is on song, then everything else works.
Everything ticks, everything ticks. And I remember saying, this is a final. We don't care about the tactics too much about it. We care about the determination. Who's hungrier? Who's hungrier? We have seen from the first minute, VIHIGA are hungrier.
And actually,
they want it.
I remember earlier on in the first 4 minutes or so, they should have scored a goal. And, you know, they caught the CBE unawares, and the defenders were asking themselves, what is going on? We were expecting you guys to just be a little bit more calm. But no, they didn't want to do that. They just wanted to keep pushing. That kind of pressure with people who've played 120 minutes is definitely going to take a toll on them, and we're not seeing the best of it.
Gladys, I know tactics are a big part of football, because we know the Ethiopians, they knock the ball around. They're very technically, they're really good.
Yes.
And they're able to pass the ball through those spaces, especially in midfield. But VIHIGA have simply stopped that from happening.
Yeah, created a wall of Berlin in between. Every time they lose the ball, they convert back to a 4-5-1, leaving only Gentrix there. And then when they win the ball, now you see Terry Gesha and Violet Wanyonyi converting back now to the 4-3-3. So really, they just built the wall of China, added the wall of Berlin, made sure that they're not going anywhere near their defenders. And with the loss of their right back, they have to make sure that they're doing this in the best moments possible. Cut off Boizo, cut off Baza. Hiwoit is not even getting those crosses as she would every time she does that. I mean, Enes Mudezi coming from right back just to clear the ball back into the midfield. It's an absolute phenomenal game. I mean, if we were talking about local terms, it would have just been the ball is everywhere, up in the air, and then down, and then next on the flanks.
When you go back to Gilbert, ask him what he calls that kind of football.
I know what it's called.
He'll tell you what it is, yes. But anyway, look, every tournament is supposed to produce stars. Can we justifiably say, I know it's early, but given what we've seen since day one, is Gentrix, could she be the product of this tournament, like the star who's born from these qualifiers?
Yes. In fact, I was thinking about who would be the MVP. At first, in my mind, it was Loza. But now, looking at this game, it has to be Gentrix. Because when you need your star player to stand up, to be counted, to carry the team, she hasn't turned up.
Like, turn up when it's crunch, when you need it done. Because she turned up in the semi, scored the winner. Turned up today, scored the opening goal. So I get what you mean in terms of you being able to step up. Like, big moments call for big game players, and she's done that. Gladys, what does CBE do in the second half? How do they change this? Because they have got to change. They have had 38% ball possession. 38%.
This is CBE we're talking about.
They've got to find a way to get back into this game. What do they do?
Gentlemen, calm down. Stop telling me all about the possession. I get it. I get what you're saying. But however, I think what CBE need to do is now contain themselves better. They're also trying to play long balls, which is not working for them. Yeah. So what they need to do, they just need to slow down the game if they want to be able to contain VIHIGA. VIHIGA are playing at too fast pace. So if they slow it down, then be faster in decision making. They've actually been very poor in decision making in this first half. If they're faster and better in decision making, they're definitely going to get something out of it. I think it's still too early to call an MVP because there's another 45 to play. I want to give credit where it's due. Gentrix, but however, let's see how the Ethiopians turn and change this game. It's also going to be a very big decider.
But I think actually VIHIGA are the ones who are forced as it is right now, because when Muderi got injured, I looked at I looked at you and I was like, wow, this is going to be a big miss. But suddenly, you know, Bundi has been phenomenal. But so far the system is working. Onyonyi is doing her work on the right-hand side. So don't change it. If it's not if it's working, if it's not.
The Ethiopians from the onset, just like they started in the first half. A corner in the first minute of the second half. And the referee says you have to place the ball at the right place. Ball comes in again to Engesha, picked on the right-hand side with a good shot there from Vivian. Actually, Phoebe Owiti on the turn, but just doesn't hit the target. They start their build-up from the back. Girimao into the midfield for Hiwot Ngiso. Ngiso to the right to find Tigiza. Tizita, long punt forward, intercepted in the defense. Again, back to Tizita. Tizita plays the ball to midfield maestro, Hiwot Ngiso. Ngiso trying to play the long balls behind the VIHIGA defenders. That's a good run on the right, picked by the maestro herself. This was foul, but again, solid defending. Big punt forward, Engesha. Loses it out into the midfield. Ball back to Asfao. Asfao Bogale. Quick fit. Again, she loses it out to Morin. Morin again with the wrong pass to Buzayehu. Buzayehu, Aragesh. Tadese. Aragesh on the cross. Goalkeeper Lilian Awar comes in at the nick of time as I welcome back my analyst, Gladys Midecha. Gladys, what do you expect in the second half?
Well, VIHIGA have picked it up from where they left it off, putting pressure on this commercial bank side of Ethiopia, and really it's working in their favor. They're everywhere the Ethiopians turn, they meet a yellow jersey, and kind of pressure they're putting. I don't think
Deep midfield by Teresa Engesha. 5 goals to her credit. She turns up.
to place it in better, and let's see how they deal with this, because they have the height in the box.
Janet Bundi. Big punt forward, and they failed to contain it. And it's a quick restart by Tirikwa. Plays to Buzayeo Tadese. Tadese in the midfield. Bogale, Tadese. Tadese, Loza. Loza, who's been closely marked, to Asfao. Asfao, still building up. Grimao Asefa. Back to Medina, the good run, getting into the box. Medina to Loza, Medina, and it's a play on again as Tizita comes in at the nick of time to hand Gentrix a foul.
And look at that play by Medina Baza. Clever there between her and Loza. 1-2s. Really no foul there. I think the referee did get it right. Just a little bit, little of a slip from, and the referee just explaining, I did see it, no contact. And look at that. Sabagile not very happy. Medina Baza having a quiet day today, Gilbert.
Absolutely. Medina Baza, 8 goals to her credit so far in this tournament, has had a quiet day, and maybe at this point in time they will be thinking of making a substitution just to rejig their forward line. Ball back into the midfield there as foul. Medina Baza closely marked there by Mudezi. Captain Fantastic, who has done absolute fantastic today. Enes Mudezi, the Kenya Methodist University alumni, 2013, 2015, and also champion of the Football Kenya Federation National Division 1 in 2015, has had a stint with the national team for the ladies in the qualifiers in 2016, and of course the Olympic qualifiers in 2015. A solid performance from the captain, fantastic Enes Mudezi Mango from the VIHIGA side. Gentrix in the midfield. Maslin lost to Asfao to Loza. Loza, and the ref feels that Rosa was brought down.
I can see the intensity on her, and that is Phoebe Owiti, feeling she did not do any infringement, and she feels Loza went down a little bit too easy.
Well, Phoebe Owiti says it wasn't me, but the referee doesn't want to hear none of that. Foul. Asabe Gila also in the box. Well floated there, and it's an own goal. Well, just when we thought that they were done with Vivian Makoha from a set piece by the CBE. Goalkeeper comes out. Vivian Makoha tries to place the ball wide, but again ends up putting the ball in our own net.
Well, Gilbert, in such situation,
An own goal in the 53rd minute. VIHIGA Queens 1 and CBE 1. What a way for the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia to get back. And it's a tough encounter here between the two finalists here. And of course, the CBE will step up the game. Back to Engesha, playing a long pass again, collected by Vivian Makoha. Trying to get to Gentrix. again picked by Hasabegila. Hasabegila with a long pass, intercepted by Janet Bundi. Bundi, Wanyonyi. Wanyonyi in a tussle there, and it's a foul by Wanyonyi by Buzayeu Tadese.
Well, very careless foul there. We're seeing from Buzayeu Tadese, and substitution is being made here by the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia. It is Boizo. Boizo is making a way for Ware. Birtukan Ware is coming in for Senayet Boizo. Looks like she was overwhelmed in the midfield, and fresh legs for the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia in the 56th minute of this game.
Absolutely. Ware Birtukan, donning number 11, comes in for Sanait Bugale just to rejig the midfield. Bundi with the long punt forward. Goalkeeper comes out, Tarikwa Balcha, who has conceded only 5 goals in this tournament in normal play.
Good free kick there by Janet, just enough for the keeper to collect it. She should have put it slightly a little bit in the box, and probably try to look at what they would do with it.
Back into play, Hasabegila. Hasabegila to Buzayeu Tadese. Well, again, double tragedy here for the VIHIGA Queens. 2 players being brought down concurrently here. Wanyonyi being the first one to be knocked off by Hasabegila. And then the ball goes to, again, to Triza. Clear foul. Well, Hasabegila gets into the referee's box. The yellow card calls Fatma Samora, the FIFA Secretary General, alongside the head of women at FIFA, Ms. Sarai, in attendance today.
There is a Mescal. Tizita Mescal. Look, she's coming out injured. Old Gentrix, but... And this is Violet putting in a beautiful cross, setting up Gentrix Shikangwa for the first goal for VIHIGA Queens. And what a celebration that was. And then good set piece taken there. Poor communication between the goalkeeper and her defense, giving Ethiopia the equalizer courtesy of an own goal by Vivian Makoha.
The free kick for VIHIGA by Janet Bundi with a long punt. Still in play here. Picked by Gentrix Shikangwa Mirimo. Shikangwa. Good cross coming in. And it hit the... No, sorry. Violet Wanyonyi. It's a good control on the left-hand side with the blockbuster dropping back. Goalkeeper well beaten. Again, you must thank the post and the president of the Federation, Football Kenya Federation, Nick Mwendo. Can't believe.
What a miss that was.
Again, ball still in danger here. And again, another corner. Another corner. Goalkeeper Tariko Balcha ensuring that all the areas are marked, and in the process, goalkeeper Tariko Balcha.
I think it's tired legs actually giving in. Remember, Ethiopians did go for extra time in their game against the Lady Doves of Uganda in the semi-final. And look at that by Violet Wanyonyi. What a cross. And surely the crossbar just did a number on her, and defending had to come into play there. But what a shot by Violet Wanyonyi.
Well, the only player who's allowed to be injured, to be treated on field, is the goalkeeper. And of course, in your picture is the Football Kenya Federation President, Mrs. Nick Mwendwa. Just enjoying the moments there, alongside other dignitaries. Well, the FIFA Secretary General is also in attendance, Ms. Fatma Samora, and she is in the company of the FIFA Head of Women, Madame Sarai, and of course our own President of, as properly referred to, Nick Mwendwa, is also in attendance. Bundi Janet with the corner. Tough moments here in the Ethiopian rearguard. Goes Dizita Meskel tracking back into the field. Well-carved goal, corner there, but again.
And just as Loza unmarked her for 1 second, she actually became a threat, and tells you how they need to make sure those set pieces are not going anywhere at the back of the net. And as we take a look at that on goal again.
Well, looks like there is an injured player, and Tizita Meskel, who got injured earlier. And this is a set piece from Buzayeo Tadese with the big punt forward. Again, that reaction by Vivian Makoha lands the ball into her own net.
Yes, there was a touch there by Vivian. There was a touch there by Vivian. Very small touch by Vivian, but it was an own goal. And you can see the celebration there, and she's like, oh, it's okay. It happens in football.
It does happen in football.
Yes. And we're seeing a player here being stretched off. That is Vivian Makoha there. Eyes on her as the player is being stretched off there. That is Tizita Meskel. She's played all the matches in this tournament. Surely your feet have to give in at some point.
Absolutely. Teresa Engesha to Gentry Shikangwa back into the midfield now. Joanne. Navire. Shikangwa with a shot! Hits again the crossbar. Wanyonyi. And really doesn't have a quality tech. possession on this one, but what a way for Gentrick Shikandwa to come into the second half.
What a shot that was, again, being denied by the goalpost. At this particular point, they're feeling that the goalpost be stretched up a little bit because two being denied is not fair.
Engesha, Teresa, but this time not hitting the mark.
Well, another substitution is being made here, and this is been substituted, the one who was stretched off, and in comes Yakura. Yakura played in the first game against VIHIGA. This is not a familiar match for her, but she's coming in fresh legs for the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia. So Tizita, who was stretched out, in comes in Yakura for her.
And another blockbuster there from Gentrick Shikandwa. She received the ball from her counterparty, and with the good technical application there, Gentrick Shikandwa, 7 goals to her credit so far. "20 years old, Kenya international, and she knows that this could have been it. This could have been it from the reaction of the bench, including players who were injured, and getting some moments to come and at least applaud that good shot by Gentrick Shikandwa, who has been absolutely marvelous in this game.
Absolutely unbelievable. What a miss that was. That would have changed this game. And look at her. She beats the defender. Good power on that shot, causing the goalkeeper to... I can do that translation. It was just
Yes,
close.
go ahead.
This close to getting.
Saying it was just too close. Just too close. Well, it's tough. It's been a tough encounter. A tough encounter.
Especially in this second half. It's been very, very tight.
It's been a solid performance. Solid performance from the VIHIGA Queens midfield there. And again, ball starts in the midfield. Collected by Maslin Anyango. Again, solid performance there from... gets back and Gentrick! Gentrick Shikandwa to the goal mark melee across from Wanyonyi, and lands right in front of Gentrick, and Gentrick really wanted to tear that net. That's a blockbuster from a lady who scored 7 goals. And that is the governor of VIHIGA, Oltichiro, in the VIP box, knows that this would have been a moment to change the tide. Heading 70 minutes gone. Gladys Midecha, what do you make of the game so far?
Well, so far it's all been a VIHIGA affair, including the own goal that has helped the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, and they're putting a lot of pressure in their half. I really don't think after that goal the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia have gone anywhere near the half of this VIHIGA side. They're winning all the balls. Battle of the midfield seems to be controlled by VIHIGA, and this is the first foul that they're getting on their half. And Gilbert, what a match this is turning out to be. 70 minutes of pure action, and that was a foul by Joanna Bire. Bit of a high boot there.
Joanna Bire, solid midfield performance from VIHIGA. Again, ball collected, same distance by Loza Ginore. The hottest property in the Ethiopian Premier League, Loza Ginore. From a distance, a shot coming in, but again, it really does not hit the mark for a goal kick. Quick start, Loza, and again, a foul. On PBOET.
Well, the weather has changed a little bit here, Gilbert. Just trying to cool down the temperatures. It's drizzling a little bit because it's getting too hot at the Kasarani Stadium.
Absolutely. In the middle, Tariko Ware Birtuken. Loses it. Ware again gets it back. Ware Birtuken. Ware Birtuken plays it back to Visayo Tadese. Tadese loses it to Bundi. Of lifting VIHIGA. Setting up. Both players. Mahanchis. Good ball there. Almost getting in between the goalkeeper's feet. But again, Teresa Engesha really not having power behind it.
Well, good idea. Good idea. However, that is the kind of position where you put power.
And Medina Baza. Very good goalkeeping there. From Lilia. First time Medina Baza busts into that defensive line, and it was from a crime partner, Loza. Beautiful run there and solid performance from the lady who scored an own goal, Vivian Makoha, just saving the blushes for VIHIGA Queens. Again, ball floated into the box. Loza, and a feeble header there. Feeble the header there by the midfield maestro. Just lacking in that box and fails to clear the lines.
Well, I think that was the miscommunication there, because you see Enes Mango had the opportunity to clear that ball, but she was not sure. Again, very good call from her, because she would have given away a penalty, but that is Hiwoit Dengiso, midfield maestro, as you rightfully put it in.
I think in the process, Medina Baza hit cold.
Well, look at that. The goalkeeper did come out first and touched the ball, and that was Hiwoit Dengiso trying to get herself on the score sheet there and being hard on herself and asking herself, how did I miss that? How did I miss that? As we see Baza getting some medical attention there from that save by Lillian Awar.
Well, they've had it rough in the first game. They beat VIHIGA by 4 goals to 2 in the preliminary rounds. But this time round, they're facing a totally different side here. Well psyched. And a good sneak in by Loza Ginore to Hiwot de Giso. Really not very being committal here. Should have buried that one. And that was a chance.
Too soft of a header. Easy pick for Lilian Awar. No problem. Well covered in her space. Just go all the way forward. All the way forward. And there she is. There by Lilian.
The Ethiopians here stepping into the 5th gear. A big punt forward. Goalkeeper Tariko Balcha comes out at the nick of time. Hasabe Gila. Gila tries to get to Aragesh Tadese. Tadese plays ball to Loza. Loza, good control. Loza still in control, denied in the midfield by Jowan. Again, poor pass there from Maureen. Picked out by Loza, who's dropped back deep into the midfield. Play the ball back to Hasabe Gilla. Hasabe Gilla trying to get to Ergesh. Again, good interception there by Janet Bundi. The right back on the VIHIGA side. Quick restart there to try and get to Aragesh. Again. Ware.
She was trying to be clever with that. Unfortunately, it didn't work in her favor. Bit of very impressive play there, but too much, a little bit too much on it, and just out for a throw-in for VIHIGA.
Absolutely. Bundi, and the first assistant, Fides Pangurambona, says the ball had gone out. It is a throw-in for CBE. Poor throw collected by Engesha. Gentrix with the run, closely watched by a very hawk-eyed Tariko Yakura. Lost it. Good shot from a distance. Good goalkeeping there. Very good shot there from Teresa Engesha.
It's actually Violet Wanyonyi there with that shot, beautifully taken. I thought it was a weak shot until I saw the goalkeeper go for it. And sometimes as a goalkeeper, when you misread such shots, they actually get converted into goals. And then people ask, why didn't the goalkeeper see that? So good insight there from the Ethiopian, the Commercial Bank of Ethiopian goalkeeper.
The big cross coming in there. This time round, really not hitting the target. But header by Maureen Acheng is going haywire. 81 minutes with only 9 minutes on the normal time. Another big pump forward. Loza found in a no man's land.
She's trying to get this VIHIGA defense flat foot. And good decision making there. It was an offside. However, they need to be careful with that high line now, because these are the dying minutes. One mistake can cost you.
Absolutely. As foul, Girmeo Asefa. Asefa intercepted there by Wanyonyi. Well, it's been tough. It's been tough for both coaches, both national team coaches, both club coaches. With checkered career, today is a D-day for both. Again, intercepted by Medina. Medina, she loses it out. Mudezi back to Vivian Makoha. Makoha with a long one to find Wanyonyi. Again, pass not intended.
Seen a lot of Violet Wanyonyi in this second half with those crucial, very hard crosses, and what a play she has had.
What a play. Bundi plays the ball forward, and again solid performance. Teresa with a shot!
Well, that was a good pass. And look at that, Terry Gesha just missing it out. She's been looking for a goal. I think she should be rewarded with one.
Absolutely.
And you can see the reaction on her.
And good reflex action by the goalkeeper. What a way to test the goalkeeper from a distance. 20 years old, but packs the power of a mule.
Are strong, and that is the foul that has been committed on Terry Ngesha there by Tarikwa Yakura. She's already on a yellow card. She needs to be extremely careful.
Absolutely. Into the midfield, Joan. No, that is Wanyonyi. Wanyonyi to Gentrix again. Gentrix to Ngesha. But good display there by Hasawegila. Trying to get to Loza. Loza. Closely marked there by Vivian Makoha, who has had a solid performance. Ware. Buzayeo tries to play back to Ware, but again, Joan Navirie puts up a solid performance in the midfield. Quick throw there by Buzayeo Tadese. Intercepted by Maslin. Maureen Acheng to Engesha with a quick cross there. It finds it in a prime position again. Gentrix twice in a span of 30 seconds. The ball still in play here. Engesha again trying to angle herself with a shot, but she fails to get the mark. This would have been the moment.
Well, look at that. Engesha just looking for who to pass the ball to, and then a blind pass, beautiful, to Violet Wanyonyi. Good save by the goalkeeper then back to Gentrix. She just didn't get her footing right, unfortunately, and then back again. And then Terry this time just tries to put in that shot. Unfortunately, went way too high.
What a miss. 3 consecutive chances in a span of 30 seconds. Well,
happening all too fast, too furious.
Too fast, too furious, even for coach Charles Okere. Knows that this would have been it. And Engesha, who has had an outstanding performance, though she has not scored in this match, but Teresa Engesha, born on February 15th, 1998, and 23 years. Of course, from the ensuing another defender there, that should be Busayeo Tadese, the CBE left back.
Look at that blind pass there. Beautiful play displayed there by the Vihiga Queens. Good goalkeeping there. And then again, another effort there by Gentrix Shikangwa, and that is Violet Wanyonyi winning the ball.
Absolutely, in the midfield, Joan Nabire loses it out, again picks it up, plays it wide to Bundi. Bundi in an advanced position, Bundi with a cross there in the box, again picked by Gentrix! Gentrix Shikangwa with a good run on the right-hand side by Janet Bundi. Failed clearance by the Ethiopians, and as it seems very easy to score, again Gentrix punts the ball, but this time round saved by the Ethiopians defenders. The corner kick, goalkeeper Tarikwa.
Every time there's a corner, she has to, ask herself if she's breathing, and she doesn't look okay. Those shots from Gentrix look like they're too heavy. And she keeps getting them, and her muscles are just giving in. And look at that, Janet Bundi running all the way up, and what a cross that was. Very clever play. Poor clearance by Tariku there, and what a shot by Gentrix, again denied by the goalpost. Look at her face, she's saying, I'm getting it in there.
Oh, that youngster, the youngster from Uyeyeta Girls has really been a thorn in the flesh. Soya Awards Best Player, Magharibi Awards Best Player, Copa Coca-Cola, top scorer in 2017, CECAFA, top scorer in 2019. What a way for Gentrix Milimo Shikangwa.
And look at that, these are the goals, just in case you forgot them. What a cross from Violet Wanyonyi, and good goal there by Gentrix. It doesn't matter how you score it, it's whether it's at the back of the net. As we see another substitution here happening for the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, and that Bizwahu in comes Legese Lakwe. Tadase out, in comes.
Well, Leku Legese coming in for the injured Buzarieu Tadese in the 89th minute. Going to see whether they can be able to salvage something. And Janet Bundi preparing to bring the corner in, bring a high in the defense. Big punt forward, collected at the back by Vivian. Vivian with another long back to Maslin Anyango. Anyango again, Ware comes in at the nick of time. Ball is played into the midfield by Joan. Joan back to Vivian Makoha. Makoha to booming in from number 16 there. Leku Legese, who has just come in place of Busayeo Tadese, who's been injured. Again, fall back into the midfield, Janet Bundi. Janet Bundi still in the midfield. Maslin, the long punt forward, trying to get to Terry. Terry marked out by Hasabi. The ball out for Enes Mudeizi, the captain. Fantastic.
Hope that it is nothing serious there, because we've had too many players being stretched out, too many players coming out not in the best of conditions here, and she's asking herself, what did I just do? And look at the reaction of the coach.
Well,
and she
and of course really isn't crying that she has punished her counterparts. It's 94 minutes. This is the last minute of the extra time. And what a time, what a moment, what a place for the referee.